Hi guys, let's look at a project that probably will assist Form 3's next year's Form 4 on preparation of what may come. Now, we have student career guidance system using Microsoft Access. Here, I will use a case study of a CBC pathway approach as we predict our next year's project. So, remember we are creating a student career guidance system in Microsoft Access database. Now here, we shall break down our system into tables. So we usually start by creating tables. Like for instance here, I have table called students, which stores students' details. I have pathways. This lists the three main career pathways. We have subjects. This contains subjects offered under each pathway. Then we have careers. This maps careers to subjects and pathways. Then we have student choices. This will track each student's selected pathway and subjects. And lastly, we shall have the career guidance. This links students to recommended careers based on their choices. Remember here, we are talking about tables to be created. Like for instance, if you look at the first table, students, it will have the student ID as the primary key. The PK here stands for primary key. We shall have full name of the student, gender, date of birth, school name. We can also add the year, that is the current year and the semester. Then on the pathways, we shall have the pathway ID as the PK, that is the primary key pathway. We have STEM, social sciences, arts and sports science. Then we shall have the description of the pathway. We shall also have a table called subjects, where we may include subject ID, subject name, and pathway ID as the foreign key. We can also have the careers, where we shall have the career ID as the primary key. We shall have the career name, description, and don't forget, for relationship purposes, we shall have subject ID as the foreign key from subjects. Then we have subject choices, where we shall have the choice ID as the primary key. We can have student ID as a foreign key from students table, pathway ID as a foreign key from pathways table, subject ID as the foreign key from subjects. That is for the purpose of relationships. And we can also have guidance ID from guidance table, then student ID, career ID, and others from other tables. Then we shall also have to create queries, where we can have student career suggestions, students pathway, career mapping, student summary. For the forms, we might have to have the student registration form and other forms. So guys, we can look at a demonstration of the system, whereby we launch the system. So our system starts with a splash form. Then once we have the splash form, we can go one-on-one to the dashboard or the main form. Now the main form here, we shall basically capture the student details and subject selections, then display various students according to subjects. Now we have the capture students details. So we can have this form where we capture these details. Like now we have Nariaka Nekesa, grade 8, female, date of birth, then Kisumu Girls, that is our school here we are using for case study, then the current year. Remember, here you may not have to press errors in, like now you are pressing a student 2028. It will ask you, it will really tell you that cannot exceed current year. That is a validation check for that case. Then we also have the selection module. This is whereby once you feed our students here, the first three subjects are disabled because they are compulsory. So you can only choose other subjects here. Like for instance, I need to choose subject number 6. You can see if I go to subject number 6 here, subject number 6 is blank. There is nothing. But when I go to the system, then choose various guys for these subjects, for this subject like that. You see now, when I come to this point, then go to subject number 6, you can see I have these guys, student number 4, 10, 12, all the way to student number 20, whereby the first 3 subjects are compulsory. Then the student can be termed as have selected category number 6. So guys, we shall be creating this system so that you can be in a position to see exactly what is going on. So make sure you watch part 2, whereby I will be doing this system from scratch up to compression. So guys, we proceed with our system. So we launch Microsoft Access, right click, go to new, go to database. So this is our blank database. So click on blank database. A dialog box appears. Here is where you direct your system. For instance, want my system to go to my desktop, then in a folder called 2026 computer project pro. So double click this, then have my student career pathway guidance system. I click on OK, then create. The next stuff here, guys, is to create our tables. We start with students table, so I just go to create table design. Here I start by typing the student ID. Now student ID is auto number and the primary key. Then the next one, I need to have the full name of the student. This is short text. We have the grade. Can have the grade. Now the grade here is number, and then we shall have now the gender. The gender here is lookup wizard. Go to lookup wizard. I will type in the values I want. Then here we shall start with female, ladies first. Then we shall have to male. Then we need female to be default. That means whenever I leave this blank, it will give that person as female. Then guys, we go to date of birth. Now date of birth is date and time. It is date and time. Then I need my date to have a format of day, month, and then the year, like that. Then the current year here should be automatic. This year, the current year. So go to default value, right here, open the bracket. This is date, like that. Then here, validation rule should be less or equal to this year. So it should be less than this year. In case somebody violates that one, it should give an error message that the year is incorrect. The year is incorrect. Now save our table. This is students. That is students table. Lastly, we shall have the school name. Can have the school name, which is not really very important for that case. So this is our first table. Our second table, guys, we shall have first of all, before we proceed, we need to have the subjects. So, like for example, allow me use the first 3 subjects to be compulsory. Then somebody can choose another 3 or 4. So we shall have subject. We can have subject 1, subject 2, subject 2, subject 3, subject 4, subject 5, subject 6, subject 7, subject 8, and subject 9. Then this one should have data type of yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Of course, we shall be choosing among these guys. We need the first 3 subjects to be compulsory. That means yes. So default value here should be yes, not no. So this is yes. Also this one should be yes. Also this one should be yes. Now that means that the first 3 subjects, if example I just come here, it will see, you see the first 3 subject guys are compulsory. Subject 1, 2, 3. These 3 subjects are already set to compulsory. Then later on in the form, I will disable them to make sure that somebody may not tamper with them. Then the next thing, among this one, you can still go to this point. We have y, that is okay. Now, we proceed to the next stuff, that is table design. We can have now the next one. The next one is the pathway. So we can have the pathway ID. This is auto number and the primary key for that case. Then we shall have the pathway. The pathway. Now the pathway here is lookup wizard, whereby we shall have now the first pathway as art and sports. Art and sports. Arts and sports science. Then we shall have the next one as that is STEM. Then we shall have social sciences. Finish. Then from there, somebody may have description. That one can be short text, just a description of that. Then this one save. This is pathways. Then from there, go to create, then table design. We shall create now the subjects. You can have subjects ID. Subjects ID, this is auto number and primary key. You can have now the subject name. The subject name. And then the pathway ID. In the pathway it may read pathway ID. You can have now the pathway ID. Now this one is a foreign key. That means it will be derived or gotten from another table, that is pathway. So this one is subjects. Then after doing that, we shall also go ahead, create, then table design. We can now create the other one. The other one is subject choices. Subject choice ID. This can also be an auto number and primary key. Then we shall have now the student ID. Student ID. This is a foreign key number. So we'll get values from another table, that is pathway ID. Again, this is number, and this is, remember, this one is a foreign key. This is foreign key. It's a primary key in another table rather. Then you shall have, apart from pathway, you shall have now the subject ID. The subject ID again is a primary key. So this is the student choices. That is for the purpose of student choices. So we shall have now the choice ID, student ID, pathway ID, subject ID, such stuff. You can also include a careers table. So create table design. Shall have now the career ID. This is an auto number and primary key. Now this career, we shall have the name, career name. Apart from career name, we shall have description. Then we shall have Apart from description, you can have the subject ID. This is a foreign key from a subject. So this one is careers. Guys, after doing this, you need to create relationships. So go to database tools, relationship. Now remove these ones. These ones are not part of what we are doing. Then go to design, go to table, show table. So just bring all the tables on board like that. Now we are creating our relationship. Make sure all the fields are displayed. Now, before you even proceed, we have skipped current year. Can't see the current year. It's like we didn't save. Full grade gender. So we can just go back to this. That is the students. And then we can add the current year. The current year. The current year should be number. And then this current year of ours should be this year. So year, date, then you should be less or equal to year, date, that cannot exceed current year. That is the error message that we get. This is wrong. This is wrong. We had put that one in the wrong place. So this one equals to date. This one equals to date. So once you do that, that one I have corrected. Sorry for that, guys. So again, now here we need to do this is student ID, referential integrity. Make sure that one is that. Now this is for the purpose of relationships. Then you have subject ID. You have now this one, subject ID to subject ID. Yeah. Then you shall have now we have the pathway ID. Pathway can have now this pathway. This pathway. One to many. Then you shall have now the subject ID to subject ID. There we are. So guys, we have our relationship. This is our one-to-many relationship. Now once you do that, you need to proceed. You need to proceed to queries. But even before you go to queries, it's important to check whether this one works. So for names here, we may have some guys, and also type in the data here for the people or for students who you want to have there. So once you have the data, I have just copy pasted instead of typing all this one. You may have the school here, or you may leave it blank. Guys, you realize that once you add a student, it automatically fixes the first three as having chosen. So the student will only choose among 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those ones you leave them like that. Then the next thing is to create as that is the student choices. That is the student choices query. So just go to create query design. Then here I'll bring students. I'll also bring student choices like that. So here we shall have the students student ID, then full name, grade, gender, date of birth, school name, then the subjects, all of them, like that. Then we also include this. Remember here the student ID, this one we create a join. I have double clicked, So include all records from students and only those from students' choices. So include all. So you see this turns into an arrow, showing that this one will be copied to this, or will be part and parcel of this. So we shall have now the subject of choice, student ID, from now the next table, pathway, and subject ID. So that one is our master query. That's our master query, and you can see it's working perfectly. So since we have put a join, that one will be working perfectly. So the next thing from now here is to get the subjects. From our master query, we can copy, paste. Now we can have our subject. That is our student choices query. You can put Q or just type query like that. Now the next thing, guys, is to create subject selection. So we shall just go to this stuff here, copy this, or just go to create, then query design. We shall have the students, cancel that. So we shall have the student ID, full name, grade. Then we shall have the subjects, subjects put across. This is for subject selection, and the current here. So this one is subject selection. Subject selection module. Subject selection module, you must also test to see that it's working. So here I'll just go to create, then form design. I want to create a blank form. So what I need to do first is to right click here, then go to form header stroke footer, so that you bring this part. Then this one is subject selection, subjects selections module. Then once I have my subject selection module, is to get data for it. So double click up here, this corner, then go to this part, default view, set it to continuous to start with. The next thing, go to record source, click on it, take the query, that is subject selection module, save your stuff, close this part, go to design, go to properties, go to add existing fields. These are my fields, guys. So click the first one, click the last one, and then drag and drop all of them. Drag and drop all of them to this point. So here I can have now this, I can cut this and paste them up here, so that I can be in a position now to arrange them. So the year, just separate them. This one goes somewhere there. So the student ID will be the first one here, followed by full name, followed by grade, and then the current year can be somewhere up there. Current year also, this one can be taken somewhere there. Grade can remain there. So here also the grade can go just grade. You can just have the grade here. The grade. Those ones can stay there. So here we have this stuff here. So I have the student ID goes there. Then the full name of the student, goes there. Then now these ones here, the subjects, this stuff, you can just delete those ones. Then arrange this one by one. You arrange one by one like that. Can arrange them just like I'm doing. So you need to arrange them. Once you arrange them like this, you'll be in a position now to give them a label. Now, once you do this, it is important to do some editing. Like now I can highlight that, go to format, then this one I give them black and bold. Then I also need to do something on this one's format, can just give them bold like that. And then you need to take the form footer and drag it upwards up to that point, you see, up to that point. Now save. If I run it, so far you can see it's getting shape. It is actually getting shape. So I right click again, go to design view. Once I go to design view, these ones I can make them go up to that point. I think they should be in a straight line, home view, like that. Then if I'm not contented, I can take them back to where they were. Then after doing this one, I can now add some things that like no, first of all, this ones let these ones be somewhere here. Then because of the heading, then the next thing, you can just draw a straight line here up to this point. Like for instance, I just go to design, take this straight line, and then I want to draw this straight line somewhere here, like that. Then I view, I see how it looks like. You see now it is also nice. Then I need to remove this line here. You see now these lines. So right, you need to highlight this part and make it transparent. Go to back style, have it as transparent. Back style transparent. Also border style transparent, like that. Look at how it looks like. It now gets shape. It removes the funny lines that were here. Then the next thing, you realize that the first 3 subjects are automatically selected, so the student need to select the rest. So you put the labels here, put the label, go to design, take a label, then draw the label here. So this is our label. We shall have our subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, subject 4, subject 5, subject 6, subject 7, subject 8, subject 9. So this is what we have. So this is what we have. This is for subject 1, 2, 3. This one. This is for subject 3. Subject 4, this is we push for subject 7, for subject 8, for subject 9. Then also this one, we need to do a good formatting. We need to do a good formatting. So this one, I go format and do that one so that I can have that. So far, go home view. So this is what I have. This is now the selection module whereby I can take. Again, I need to can change even now the colors here, and also need to do something here. Need to disable this 1, 2, 3. So I double click here to provide the property sheet. Then I click the first one, the second one while holding shift. Then go to data, enabled no. Then save and run. You notice that somebody may not tamper with the first 3. You can only choose the rest. You see, you can only choose the rest, but you cannot choose the first 3. The first 3 are already blocked. So now the next thing is just to make sure you give this one a clear finish. Make sure the property sheet is available. This one, go to all, go to back style, make sure it is transparent, and also the back style, if there is no line, transparent, like that, so that when you run, it looks nice, it looks smart and professional. Then the next thing, you can also give it a heading here. Go to design, label AA. Don't use the AB, that is text box. So this is our career pathway subject selection module. Then you click outside, then inside the label, go to format, and here put your font as you wish, like that. Increase the size of the label. So guys, you can see also we are not doing calculations. Then somebody should not add data here. So double click here, go to data, then allow additions, set to no. Then save and run. You notice that somebody may not add data here. You see it's disabled. You can only add data using a different module. And for that case, that takes us to create the student's data entry. So create, go to form wizard, go to students. Here we have student ID, full name, grade, or this should be captured. And then we shall also capture the year, like that. Next, columnar, next, finish. So this is our students capture module. So you also give it a clear finish, whereby you make it professional. So the student name again, the student school. So this one should be up there. Now check the width of this one by double clicking, then click on it, or go to width, copy this width, copy. I want all of them to take the width, so I highlight all of them, go to width and paste, then click outside. You see all of them will take that width to save on time. Then go format, give them clear finish, like that. Make sure all of this are left to right. Again, you can also reduce the size of this. See now the size of this. Again, highlight, go all the way. Then also reduce this one to up there, like that. Then this is the student capture module. So students details capture module. So this is the students capture module. Now this one you also need to format to make it nice. Then double click this point to display the property sheet. Then set pop-up yes, mode yes. This now reduces the size of the screen. You see now we have a professional screen coming up whereby you can choose. So the next thing is to put the buttons here. So go to design, click the XXX button, draw, then go to record operations, add a new record, text, next, finish. Again go design, take the same button here, then go to record operations. You can have save record, next, text, next, finish. That is for the save button. Again, you can also have the cross button here. You can have the cross button, form operations, cross form, next, text, finish. Those are the buttons for navigation. So when I go home and run, you see now I have my buttons. I can use this one to scroll, then I can use this one to add new. You see now female and date will be automatic, including the year, since I set like that. So right click design view, you can also change this back color. Can change this back color to something different. Home view. See now it is taking shape. Cross form, yes. So once you do this, the next thing, very important thing to do, is to display the reports. For instance, report for subject 4, 5, all the way to 9. So I want us to check how we shall be now getting students who are taking career pathway subject 4. Remember, the first 3 are automatic. So for that case, we shall create a report, and we shall just go to create, Then you shall have to go to report wizard, query subject selection module. Here we shall have now that one, grade or the subject or the year, like that. So we go to next, next, next. Here we shall have tabular, next, like that, finish. We shall have our report. Now this is our report. Go to design view and give it shape. Right click, design view. Now once you go to design view like this, you need to give it some shape. Like for instance, I pull that one, then I need to reduce the size, this size of this one, like that. Then the next thing, the next stuff is to also do this. I need the grade here, the grade and the current year. The current year should be here, like that. The grade and the current year should be somewhere here. Then this is the subject selection module. Then you bring these ones up to that point. For these ones can stay like that. So once you do this, you can remove this. Sorry, I need to remove this one, comes there, so that I can just have a small page. Then save this one. Then double click here, set it to pop-up and model, like that. So home view, this is what I have as my report. But now I need to have, if it's for subject 4, subject 4, if for subject 5, like that. So first of all, I need to increase this one to up to that point, like that, so that it can be repositioned. So right click, go to this one. You can also put the lines, guys. You can put the line here, and also give this one format, give it vivid color. Then here also these ones, give them vivid color so that it can be visible. Now the next thing to do is to draw a line to make it decent. So click on the line. I need to draw a line here. I need to draw a line there. So home view, yeah, like that. It is now looking nice. Also remove this one to be like the others. See, now this one should be transparent. First of all, initialize this, then have this one as back style transparent. Also the others are okay, so that it can take shape and be professional. Now the next thing is now to make sure that if I need subject 4, it's 4. So just go to design, then click this A and draw it. This A is for rebel, so this one is for number 4. Then I increase the font for number 4. Format, number 4. This should be 26. Number 4. That is, this one will be for number 4. You see, this one will be for number 4. So we shall just copy paste and change this number for. So to filter number 4 only, subject number 4, subject number 5 individually, we shall introduce a code, a VBA code called me.filter equals to subject 4s. So this one will now filter subject 4. So I copy this. I only change for subject 5, I write S5, S6, etc. So go to property sheet, go to event, on load. When the system loads, what happens? Here you just have your code. Subject 4, yes. Save that one. That is for subject 4. So this is the code for subject 4. that is called a comment. It turns green. So guys, when I go to this point, I get nothing. Subject 4, there is nothing selected for subject 4. But when now I go to the module here and choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'll get 5 guys taking subject 4. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see now the system is working perfectly. And for that case, subject 4 has been selected, but subject 5, 6, or the others are not yet selected. So, for that case, I just need to copy this and paste. That is for subject 5. This is for subject 5. Paste for subject 6. So paste for subject 7. Paste for subject 8. Paste for subject 9. So what I need to do, this one should be subject 7. Rename as 7, not 57. So for subject 5, I just need to have this code. You can pause the video and see the code. So you just need to go to subject 5, right click, go to design view, go to event here, hit the 3 lines, change this one to 5. So this one becomes 5, and also up here becomes 5. This one changes to 5, like that. So for subject 6, the same. Go to subject 6, right click, go to design view, change this one to 6, and for that case, go to event procedure. This is subject 6. This is code for subject 6. Now once you do that, now when I go to this one, I'll get 0 for subject 6. But when I go to subject selection module and have one guy in subject 6, subject 6 should show one guy. This is how now the selection is working. Now the last part is just now to create the dashboard, where you go to create, then you go to form design here. Now for the form design, you just have the heading. So just go to design, have your heading here. So our heading is careers pathway guidance system. Then you click outside, then inside the label, change the font size and change this one, career guidance system. This one should be centered. Put the color. Now that is that. Then the next thing, you just go to design, hit this button XXX, draw it here. So form operations, open form, next. We are opening students first of all, next. This one is student details. Next, finish. Design again, XXX. Now you can have the next button. Form operations, open form, next. Subject selection, next. This is subject selection module. Then next, finish. So this is our next button. This is our next button, like this. Again, this is our dashboard. Then we shall have our reports here. So just go to design, take XXX, draw here. So report operations, open report, next. So we shall have subject number 4, next. So this is just subject 4. Again, you repeat the same steps, like this. Report operations, open report, next. This is for subject number 5, next. Text, this is subject 5, like that. Design, take this one. Report operations, open report, next. 6, subject number 6, next. text, subject number 6, subject 6. So you will continue doing that. These are reports. So for that case, if now I run this one like this and hit this, you see now I can position to open this. When I go to subject selection, I'm in a position to choose subjects, and then at the end of the day I need to see students taking subject number 4. You see now it's operational. I need to see students taking number 5. There isn't, so I can just go back to subject selection and put some guys who are taking that subject. So when I go to subject number 5, now I have guys who are taking subject number 5, and for that case you'll be in a position to have created a system. Now for the other side of creating a splash form, just import it from an existing database. Just go to external data, new data source, go from database, click database, go to browse. Like now here, once you go to browse, you can go to where the system is. For example, this one, double click, go to OK, go to forms. I want to steal or get my splash, OK, then cross. So you'll notice that I have already gotten my splash form from another database. You don't need to program. Then you just go to design view, change these ones accordingly, according to how you wish it. Like now I change that one. I can also change this one to fit my needs, like that. I can also change these ones to have color maroon. Then once I do this, I can now run it. You see now, I have now completed my system very well. See now it's working. You see, now I am in my dashboard. I can now add my stuff. So guys, that is how you can create a simple student career pathway guidance by selecting subjects so that you can group them according to the subjects they have created. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. You can also comment, share, and like my videos.